My name is Daniel with Discipleship 360, where we're all about making disciples. Let's jump into the video. I have a question for you. Who is the most influential person in your life? Why do you think the way you think? Why do you act the way you act? Why do you believe the way you believe? If I had to wager, I would wager that it's your parents and guardians. Why? Because they have known you since you were born, and they are closer to you probably than any other person. And we see this confirmed in this amazing book called Handing Down the Faith by Christian Smith. It's a research book. I highly recommend it. This is what she writes in page 69, and this is after decades and years of research. Yet, all research in the United States today shows clearly that parents are by far the most important factor influencing their children's religion, not only as a youth, but also after they leave home. Not clergy, religious schools, youth ministers, neighborhoods, Sunday schools, mission trips, service projects, summer camps, peers, or the media. Parents, that is who matters here and now. Parents are the most influential person in a kid's life in raising them and passing on beliefs and traditions. We see this in the Bible. This is what it says in Deuteronomy 6, 4 through 9. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. These commandments I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates. A parent is called by God to disciple their kids, to pray with their kids, to talk with their kids about the things of God. But connected to that is the emotional warmth and closeness of parents to their kids. A parent is not going to want to follow, a kid is not going to want to follow in their parents' footsteps if their parent is not loving and not close. Here's another quote from this book. Again, amazing book called Handing Down the Faith. And in this quote, the author is quoting Vern Bengston. And this is what the quote says. He found that parents who have warm and kind relationships with their children were more likely than others to pass on their religion and transmit similar levels of religious belief. He also found that parents who engaged in religious activities with their children when they were young were more likely to have adult children with similar religious beliefs. When religious parents have a close and warm relationship with children, Bengston found they enjoy being with their parents and learn to like and do many of the same things that they enjoy. So when a parent is loving and caring and listening, that kid is going to want to be around their parents in church. Is going to want to be around their parents when they pray. It's going to be want to be around their parents in all areas of life. Why? Because they're loving and caring. Now, there's 4 different types of parenting styles, and this connects to being emotionally warm to further pass down the faith. Again, why? Because emotionally warm parents better pass down beliefs and traditions. So here are the 4 types of parenting styles. There's less engaged, permissive, authoritarian, and authoritative. So less engaged is parents who really don't have any rules, and they're not loving, they're not caring, they're not listening. They just let their kids do whatever they want to. Then there's permissive. These parents are loving and caring and listening, but they don't have rules and healthy boundaries. Then there's authoritarian parents. These are like kingship parents where they have these rules. You have to be home by then. You can't do this. You can't do that. But they're not loving, caring, listening. Then there's authoritative parents. These parents are loving and caring and listening, but they also have healthy boundaries and rules. Meaning they're going to say, hey, you have to be home by this time at night. And if the kid doesn't come home by that time at night, there's going to be a disciplinary action. But they're also going to be saying, I love you, and giving hugs and supporting their kids as well. So it's really important that we're that last parent, the authoritative parents who are loving and have healthy rules. And you might be saying, Daniel, why does this matter? Well, if you're a parent, this matters for passing down faith, being a good, loving parent. And if you're not a parent yet, it's really important that you think about what type of parent do I want to be? How am I going to pass down my faith? Am I going to continue the positive trends of my parents? Am I going to continue the negative trends of my parents? What type of parent will I be? I want to leave you guys with one last tip before we go. How can you be an emotionally warm parent? How can you be an emotionally close, loving parent? Well, here's one way that you can do it. Family fun night or family game night. So this is a night where you set aside every week where you do something fun with your kids, with the wife, with everyone involved. This could be golf. This could be a fun talent show. I remember I saw a video of my friend's family who did a talent show, and the guys and brothers of the family did a Hans and Franz skit where they all dressed up. They put these muscular balls in their shirts and in their chest, and they did the entire skit saying, "It is time to pump you up." And that really just connected them as a family. And there's other things that you can do as well. But set one night a week where you have fun with your family, just to have fun with your family. This is Daniel with Discipleship 360. Have a blessed one.